Alright, so if you hear some music in the background, that's my lovely wife practicing piano for some work that she's doing. But otherwise, I'm Sergeant America. Boom! And here is my Marvel pull that I got at the wonderful con. So, con hall, all Marvel. So if you're a DC fan, I guess you can jump. So, um, the Heroic Age Atlas. I figure Agents of Atlas, so it'll be very interesting to see how this is. This was there was a couple of them all together, so I decided to take my chances on that. It was not originally on my list, so Atlas number 2, and I mean it was fun. I mean the cover looks fun. Some of these people are not the ones I remember from Agents of Atlas, so I'm interested to see if this is kind of a play on it or extra or whatever. Number 3. So, dun dun dun. Alpha Flight, Fear Itself. Boom, boom, boom. 3 of 8 that I got here. All right. Maybe if I would do this a little bit more in order. So, 1 of 8, Alpha Flight. Been looking at getting into more. I saw the people were the ones from the list that I made, but were not the ones I needed. But I saw Fear Itself, so definitely want to get into that. This run I was kind of interested in. 2 of 8, plus it's an 8 series. I figure I could probably find the rest of them otherwise. 3, so I mean, boom, 3 of 8 already done. It'll be interesting. So now I got to change my list, work up some stuff. Things I did get on my list that I was looking for, it would be number 9 of Agents of Atlas, the Terra of Jade Claw Part 1, Terra of Jade Claw Part 2, so this would be issue number 10. Yep, that's down here. Definitely became a big fan of this Agents of Atlas. It's kind of a throwback to these, I believe, heroes of the 50s that got teleported or time traveled or whatever. So it's kind of nice to see, them go forward and have to readjust. Terra the Claw Part 3 and issue 11. If there's additional ones, we do have new comic book day coming up, and I can probably fill in some more from the boxes that they have there. This was just a lot of the extra surplus that they keep in the way back that they eventually put on the dollar wall. This was just a big jump for me to do it. Marvel Comics presents number 6. I've been really enjoying this series. Of course, there's wonderful Captain America jumping out of the plane. So I like this. There's several stories in here. So it's Weapon X, Wrecking Crew, Vanguard, Kazar. So Marvel Comics presents Boom, and that was 5. And you can see it's normally about a $4.50, $5 book that they normally ask for. Get it for $1, you betcha. Yeah, you betcha. So this one is Marvel Comics presents number 4 with a mega explosion. I liked him from the Alpha Flight series. And, of course, I was a big fan of Machine Man, so this Marvel Comics presents number 8. I got into a big Machine Man craze. Why? Because of this series. Next Wave, goofy, fun hero book. A group of teammates, so Machine Man's one of them, Captain Expletive. I recommend finding Next Wave one way or another, trade, digital, single issues. It has just been a blast for me. I mean, these are like the losers of Marvel. You can see this is the villain they're fighting who wants to kill himself. It's Next Wave Agents of Hate, Hate. It has just been like I said, it is definitely a goofy, fun series. This issue number 3 was something I needed. 8 with Monica Rambeau, also a Captain Marvel. And then, of course, I did love my Dark Reign, War Machine. And when it came to, I gotta look at his name real quick. The cover artist, Francisco Matina. I have been a sucker for his covers, especially in Dark Reign stuff, ever since I saw that. So that was an excellent one. I got myself a nice What If, the newer Fantastic Four. I can't wait to see what else is in there, but that was definitely an enjoyable one. Dark Reign Secret Warriors #1. I know a lot of people are not enjoying the Agents of Shield series right now. Especially, it's getting closer. It's the Secret Warriors now. This next episode, so it'll be fun to see what they do with this take. I love this series. Nick Fury has gone and picked up children of villains and children of heroes who have fallen, and he has made them warriors, and no other group would ever do this. It's like the Robins if they had superpowers, and then put into all the intrigue. So then it's Hydra and Leviathan and Shield and the Secret Warriors all fighting each other. I just love that series. I got it in trade, get it in digital, get it any way you can. Dark X-Men, 1 of 3, Utopia. Definitely loved this group of Dark X-Men with Cloak and Dagger, boom, Daken as Wolverine, Namor, Mimic, so then he's got all the powers, and of course you can barely even see him. So it's Weapon Omega and Scott Summers' sweetie Dee Dee, wonderful Emma Frost. So I also got #1 of this one. I also liked this group. It has Omega, Omega, Mimic, the Dark Beast Henry McCoy, and Mystique. Dark X-Men. I definitely liked my X-Men on that one. And then I was able to pick up the Order. So when the initiative kicked out, the new 52, or not new 52, the 50 state initiative, where they would have a superpowered group in every state, I presume that Matt Fraction had this idea that he wanted to do with this for quite a while. And so it's trying to see if he was the sole writer, or yeah, Matt Fraction was a writer, art by Barry Kitson, and inks by Mark Morales, and colors by Dean White. So this is a group that was supposed to protect California, and I like this. It's basically like a new Avengers without saying Avengers. That he could do kind of whatever he wanted, because this basically was his group. So I liked what Fraction did on that. So that was #1. #2, I originally got this digitally and just loved the heck out of it. I found a whole bunch of them together. #3, I figured when I can get all of them together, or as many as I can possibly get, grab them. So #4, and I'm sure a lot of these were in the dollar box also, because then there's ones missing because don't have 5, but here is 6. And on to 7, like that, because they faced Namor. That was definitely a great issue on that one. And Fraction did a wonderful job with this. Definitely getting what I think he wanted out of it. #8, I want to say I think it's only 10 or 12 issues total. So I'm close with that. I just had to do that. So once again, tipping towards 10. Luckily, that was the end of my books. Siouxpercon, it was great. I think we packed out with about 1,200 people. Probably doesn't sound like much compared to other cons. It was in this tiny hotel, plus they had a convention going on for our local hospital system, and another building that's right next to it that's still part of the hotel had some other group in there. So there's 3 of us. We went in to grab food, me and the comic book look guys, and it took quite a while for us just to get some appetizers and drinks. Another group that I know of, a family that had been hanging out with us, put in their order, waited an hour, and after an hour they just walked off because they didn't know when they were going to get their food. So some things were kind of overrun on the convention that way, but like I said, the vendor wise, I'm thankful for my local comic shop for doing this. Other vendors were interesting. The Guinness Book World holder for the most Swamp Thing was there, and I was able to talk with him. He's a local resident, and it was just nice to chat with him about his collection and all the different. He had a bunch of different pieces there, and it was just nice from shirts to statues to toys to comics themselves. So just plain amazing that something like that is around. So we were able to talk about that stuff. A couple other shops came, but their pricing was just kind of off. I mean, I don't think they knew what they were going to get. I think they thought they were going to sucker deal some people. I mean, there were people that were selling trades for only 10% off. There was another comic group that was there, another shop, and they were saying, well, they're not marked, but if you ask us, it'll be this or that, or some of them were marked $3.50, and this might be a $1, this might be a $2. I'm like, no, I don't want to play that. Make them all $1. If you have special comics, put them in a special box. But this is your overflow inventory. This is not your prime stuff. You didn't bring that. There were some people that brought slabbed CGC comics there. So $100, $150, $70, $80 one. And they were very new comics. I don't understand why they were or who they thought they were going to sell them to. I guess if you live in the nearby area and you can't get a Sledge piece, you want that comic sealed and wrapped, locked in its container. Maybe you'll pay for that, I guess, but I didn't care for that one. So, like I said, beside that, it was hot in the basement. I definitely am thankful for all the workers that were there. Went to my first panel, heard Phil speak and Gordon speak about the business. Really enjoyed that. Like I said, my first comic in the previous video I've ever had signed. It was nice. Got to talk briefly with Phil Hester on that. It was just fun. Wonderful stuff. So thankful for all that. Thankful for having the con. Can't wait for it next year. Better start saving up now, I guess. And the only last thing left in 12 minutes plus is catchphrase.